Hi, you guys, and welcome to my very first episode of My Messy Life. I'm Heather P. Yikes. Okay, let's just start with that. This is by far the scariest thing I've ever done. To put yourself out there on social media, especially at my age, it's a lot. Like my daughter would say, Mom, you're too old. Nobody's going to listen. And that's probably true. Nobody's probably going to listen. So why am I doing this, you ask? Bucket list. It's that simple. I have a bucket list. So the last few years, it's been rough. My health has been bad. It's been rough. So I've decided I always wanted to DJ, not like at the clubs, like woo woo woo. No. Like on the radio, I always wanted to do a DJ. Like I was born in the 1900s. I have no problem telling you my age. I just thought it'd be fun if you might want to guess. I'm closer to 50 than I want to be. Let's just put it that way. But I'm doing this because I've always wanted to do a DJ, like just on the radio. Like this is welcome to 94.1 and listening to the hits with Heather P. Like that. So I've always wanted to do that, and I thought a podcast is pretty close these days. So I thought bucket list. It's about the little joys in life. I've decided these last few years with my health, and some days were so rough it's hard to get out of bed, and some days it's hard just to get ready for the day. So these little bouts of joys that I get, whether it's like just going to get a coffee with a friend and a good conversation, that's a moment of joy. So I'm just trying to pick those out of my life. That's another thing on my bucket list, is trying to embrace joy a little bit more. I try to be positive, and all that, but joy is what I've found has been really helpful lately. And so this brings me joy in trying to, do one of the scariest things I've ever thought of doing, and facing my fear of actually putting myself out there and doing a podcast where I highly doubt anyone will even listen. But at least I'm facing my fear, and I'm going to try my bucket list, and I'm going to enjoy my life as much as I can for as long as I can. And I hope you enjoy it with me. So my very first episode, again, my name is Heather P. I'm kind of doing this freehand because I'm just trying to have fun with it, So let's have fun with it. Let's get to know each other. So who am I? I'm Heather P. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. I am born and raised here. Something funny is I always get asked, can you guess? Drum roll. Are you Mormon? No, you guys, I'm not. I know, and I'm born and raised here, right? Sorry, I'm on my couch. I'm a comfy person. I like to be comfy. I used to dress up a lot for work. And anyway, we'll get on that later. But anyway, no, I'm not Mormon. I'm Catholic. I'm born and raised. I even went to some private schools. Actually, I went to 13 different schools from first grade to 12th grade. So, yeah, Small Lake City. Hi, if I know you. How you doing? Hope it's all well. That's a whole nother story. Again, part of my messy life. Just, it's messy, but it brought me to where I am. What else do I get asked? Do I know I have an accent? No, you guys, I never knew I had an accent. I mean, I didn't stop and think, I wonder if I have an. No, and no one really pointed out to me except for my husband. So he was born in Salt Lake City, but he was raised in Oregon. And he moved back here in like 7th, 8th grade. And I met him when I was 16 and he was 15. I know, right? A cougar. I'm just playing. No, I think it's got to be older than that to be a cougar. But he lets me know that I'm older than him. So, just saying. Anyway, so he would tell me, we didn't date, let's get that out there, until like our 20s. We just hung in the same crowds, which yes, we do that. I don't know if any other state does that, but yeah, like certain crowds, you kind of tend to hang out with them. But anyway, he would say, that you say one word really different? And I was like, no. What is it? All right, guys, I'm going to spell it for you, okay? So then you go ahead and say it. And then I will say how I say it and see if you can see a difference, okay? All right. Milk. So go ahead, say it to yourself, say it out loud. Okay, ready? Okay, I'm going to say it in a sentence or two. So, I love milk. Milk is so good. And did you know that milk does the body good? Like, milk is awesome. Did you hear it? He says, I say it M-A-L-K. Milk. I didn't know that, but apparently I do. I mean, you can hear it. So if I try to say it like everyone else, milk. I would like a glass of milk, please. I really have to try. Strawberry milk is really good. Milk. It sounds silly when I say it like that. I like how I say milk. Plus, I'm a Utah, you guys, and we have odd names here. Oh, it's my kitty. You hear my kitty? I have 3 cats, you guys. 2 boys and a girl, and they're great. And I've got a dog, so you might hear them because, again, my messy life. This is just how life is. So, welcome to it. But yeah, anyway, we have weird names here in Utah. We're kind of like in our own bubble, but whatever. Anyway, we have something called the Ochre Mountains. In Ochre Mountains, and it's spelled like Q-U. I don't know, there's H's and U's and A's and I's and R's and S's. Ochres. So yeah, and then we have Tooele. So that one's great. Shout out to my BFF and my beastie. Those are my 2 dearest friends of 30 years that live there. I just absolutely love them, so I have to say hello to them. But what's funny about Tooele, is that it's actually spelled Thule. So it's spelled Tooele. But Utahns say it Tooele. Tawila. Right? So if I Google, because I like to get directions to Tooele, not because I don't know where it is. It's pretty straightforward. But I like to know, like, is speed traps? Is there a lot of traffic, especially with construction right now? It's ridiculous down there. But, so yeah, I'll say, Siri, get me directions to Tooele. And she gets me directions to Tawila. If you don't know where that is, it's in the middle of the ocean somewhere. It's a very small little island. Yeah. So I have to say, hey, get me directions to Thule. And then half the time too, you guys, I have a list. Yes, I know it's there. It's on my S's, my I's, my T's, my P's, you name it, I have it. So I guess it would have been hard for me to be a DJ. But anyway, that's another thing. So it makes some words that I say kind of fun. So listen for that, because that all in itself can be a good time. Especially some words. We'll play with that later. But yeah, so what else about Salt Lake? Salt Lake, we're in our own little bubble here. I didn't really realize that until I started traveling. And I saw the news in other places, and it kind of shocked me. Because, I mean, we have crime, we have, all that, but it's not as much as other places. Am I used to all the laws here? Well, I'm born and raised, so you're kind of used to it. If you moved here, I would think that this would be pretty difficult. Yeah. Like, for instance, our liquor laws. Okay, I don't drink. I haven't. Because, again, health issues. We'll get into that another time. But I haven't had a drink in over 10 years. So I don't really know what the liquor laws are right now. I do know we're bidding for the Olympics, or we got it. And we did have the Olympics, and it worked out fine. They loosened them up for the Olympics, so I know that they'll do that again for the Olympics. Oh, also, you guys, so when the Olympics came here, it was great. I mean, of course, it was awesome. I did stuff during the Olympics here. But what I did do, which I probably shouldn't say this to everyone because it probably won't be anymore, but I went to Disneyland. I was like, I'm getting out of here. There's so many people here, and it was here for weeks. So we left for the weekend. I think we got there like a Thursday. We came back a Sunday. Best decision we ever made. There was nobody there. Everybody was here at the Olympics. We were getting on and off the rides. It was like Lagoon here. Well, Lagoon used to be here where you could get on and off the rides. It was amazing. I was able to go to both parks each time. I went on and off all the rides over and over and over again. The ones that you have to sit in line or buy the fast pass for, that's like an hour to 2 hours. Go during the Olympics when they come to Salt Lake. But if everyone goes, it might not be as good anymore. But that's just my secret. Anyway, that was awesome. But so yeah, we used to have something called the Zion curtain, and that's the other funny thing I hear. People say Zion. It's Zion. That's how Utahns say it. We say Zion. It's Zion. The Zion curtain. So the Zion curtain used to be, you put up a curtain and you could have it say something, or a mountain, or like Salt Lake or whatever. It could just be a curtain, but it had to be a curtain. And they named it the Zion curtain. So that was to cover up the alcohol. So if anyone walked into the restaurant, you can't see the alcohol. You'll have a bar, and then you know how all the bottles are right behind the bar? There would be a curtain. And for fun, because we're Utahns, we'd call it the Zion curtain. Now they got rid of that, and I do believe like you can have one drink in front of you, but you can't have like one drink and one shot, and you can't have a double. I get asked this a lot. I did ask someone recently, because I was getting asked this a lot. So you can have one drink, you can't have a double. So you can have a shot and then take your shot, give the shot back to the waitress, and then take your single drink. But you cannot add the shot. No. It's a loophole for the people that don't drink, I guess. I don't know. Yes, we have a lot of them. They're silly. Yes, we do have dry counties. Like the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Provo and Orem, for instance, everything's closed Sunday. Everything is closed Sunday. Everything is closed Sunday. I live in Salt Lake City, a little different. I was brought up in Salt Lake, a little different, like I said, too. What do I get asked a lot, too? Are Utahns crazy drivers? Yeah, I'm one. I like to go fast. I do use my turn signal. I do move over out of the left lane. That stuff drives me wild. So, but yes, I am a stereotypical Utahn. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have swig. I don't drink Diet Coke. Not everyone here drinks Diet Coke. Not everyone here is blonde. That's a lot in what we call Mormon County. Provo, Orem, Lehigh. It's a lot of it. And it's because a lot of, again, I'm not Mormon, but I do have a lot of Mormon friends, and I have read the Book of Mormon, and I have been to church and Young Women's, and a lot of people are very, very nice. But I have to say, this strife for perfection in the religion is a lot. Too much for me. Because it's messy, you guys. Look at me. I don't wear makeup anymore, you guys. I don't. And you want to know why? My 20-year-old self would be like, Heather, get it together. Come on. Make an effort. But my older self is like, look, my face is uneven, people. And when I put it on, you can tell. And again, that's because of my health issues. We'll get into that. It's a lot, and I don't want to go right into it at first. I just, I don't even know if anyone's listening. So maybe on my second or third episode. But I also have a lot of dry skin and eczema being in Salt Lake. I don't know if anyone else has had this. But when I was a kid, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I doubt anyone even is listening. I used to have eczema all over in my inner thigh. And we're talking covered in my inner thigh all the way down to my ankles in my inner calves. And it just looked like horrible, pimples and just bleeding and itchy. Ugh, it was awful. And you couldn't wear pants because it hurt, but whatever. Anyway, and also I went to private school at this time. We had to wear those jumpers and the butterfly collars and anywho. So my mom took me to a dermatologist, and they were like, you have eczema. Your skin is just not made for this climate. That sucks. Let's move. No, we're going to live here. Okay, great. This sucks. Gives me white cream. So I have to put this white cream all over my legs. You guys, I'm a kid. I'm 5'6", putting this white cream all over. Plus, I was overweight. So let's just say it was rough. It was rough. But I have 2 older sisters. It's hard, really, to get me embarrassed. That's one thing that everyone always tells me. They're like, Heather, you always say what's on your mind. You have a filter, you just never use it. You say what everyone else is thinking. Some people call me aggressive. I just say, am I aggressive, or am I just saying what you don't want to hear? You brought it up. I'm not just going to bring it up to you. And then a lot of people say that, yeah, I'm blunt, you guys. I am. I am one of those people that I am blunt. So, yeah, I don't know if that's a Utah thing. That's just a me thing. But, so anyway, that was rough. It went away. And it was great. It went away when I was like 12. So, woohoo. And I came back, you guys. I went to the dermatologist, and they were like, it lives in your body. It never actually goes away. It goes dormant. And it came back in my hands. I don't know if you guys can see that. See, oh, yeah. This is a bad day for me. And the reason why is because it's April, and I live in Utah, and we haven't been getting great winters at all the last 3-4 winters. Nothing like we used to have. It's crazy. And I always say we get false spring because spring is happening way too early each year. Each year it's just like bumping up a month. And then we'll get snow in April. Well, you guys, it snowed last night. It will be melted by tomorrow. It doesn't last long, but my skin feels it and it just sucks it out. If I go to like Florida or Hawaii, my skin is beautiful. It takes some time, a few days, but oh, they're so soft. My face is soft, my color's better. Yeah, but health insurance doesn't pay for you to move for that, so yeah, I'm stuck. Plus Utah is my bubble, and I have roots here, so it is hard just to up and leave. And I do have my beautiful child who, best thing I ever did in my life, you guys. She's 17, she's amazing. But yeah, she's here. And she just graduated. So we always said, she graduated a year and a half early, you guys, as a junior. She was like, I'm done. How do I get out of here? I'm getting out. I don't like high school. This sucks. So she did it. She's out. And I always said I'd move somewhere else. But I don't know. I really do like Utah, even though it is, you get used to it. Plus, I'm born and raised. But if you have any questions, I'm here for you. I'm your girl. I'm an open book, too. So if I have any listeners at all, thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, hit me up and let me know. Okay. Oh, that's another thing. So I got it in my hands, right? And then what did they have after all these years? White cream. Like, you've got to be kidding me. That's all you have after all these years? So I do Vaseline. I do Aquaphor. That's your favorite. People are buying, like, stuff off TikTok, friends, and they're giving it to me. They're like, oh, I saw this on TikTok. Oh, this girl was using it. I haven't found one product. I'll use it for 3 months because I want to give the product a chance. I will use it for 3 months. You guys, I did find one my hairdresser gave me. It's a lotion. It does work. And believe it or not, I actually put it on today twice. So could you imagine what it would look like without it? And my feet, you guys, we won't even go into my feet. I've been to podiatrists, dermatologists for years, okay? And they were like, your feet are so cracked and so dry, we need to do surgery. We will just scrape off the skin. Okay, no, because when I go to these beautiful tropical climates, my feet look normal and beautiful and soft and crack-free. Like it mends and it heals really, really fast. But here, I get really, really big, thick cracks. And it looks like thick calluses. Like you would think my feet are like, I've been walking on the ground my whole life. Like the calluses on them. Nobody will ever see my feet. Okay, wait. Maybe for $10 million. Actually, no. Billion with a B. $10 billion. You can totally see my feet. Totally. Do I wear flip-flops? Yeah, but you can't really see where I'm talking about. I'm very good at making sure my feet are kept little. Can't see them. And guess what else? I don't have 2 big toenails, you guys. I know the feet world are like, oh my gosh, stop her now. Where's the mute button? How can we mute this, guys? This is gross. She has no toenails, and her feet are cracked. Isn't she embarrassed? No, life is way too short to be embarrassed about my feet. Plus, I think I'm damn good looking, even without my makeup and all my problems with my face and my unevenness and my dry spots. And you guys, if you see me out in public, this is how I look. If you see me at the store, this is how I look. I'm not dolled up and, are people really like that? Because I don't see them. Do you see them? I mean, I might see one or two, but they're usually at work on like an office job or something. Like, let's be real. They don't exist. I could use a filter. I totally could. And I can make you guys think that I look 20 years younger or 10. Those snap filters, love them. They make me look so good. But what's the point in that? That's not who I really am. Life is messy. Plus, I'm a Gen X, so. And I think I'm at least a 7 or an 8, you guys. I mean, I don't think anyone's like a 10. I'm sorry, but a 10, that's like a perfect. Is anyone really perfect? I mean, on the filters, you're a 10. But in real life, we all have something, oh, there's a wrinkle. Have I done Botox? Yes. But it's a waste of money with my health issues. And, well, we can get into that another time. But, yeah. Why did I get rid of my toenails? Oh, these stories, you guys. I should always say, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm not embarrassed, so here we go. Ever since I was like 12, my toenails would not just ingrown, I can't remember what they call it, but they curved in, like spiraled in on all sides. So both sides of my toenails, spiral, 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 spiral. I would get infections. We're talking green and yellow. And I'd have to go in there and pick and try to pull it out myself. And I'd go in and they wouldn't do anything but just pull it out. They never did like the procedure. They would just pull it out. And they'd give me some amoxicillin or whatever and send me home. Months and months and months of this. I couldn't wear any cute shoes. Like, I was over this. So after about 4 or 5 years of this, I had one podiatrist been like, you're on a lot of antibiotics, a lot of like the last 2 years for just your toes. Have you ever considered the toenail surgery? No, because nobody brought it up to me, considering I've gotten to how many podiatrists now? But what is this? So they're like, you just chemical burn your toenail, we'll just cut it, chemical burn it, and we'll go straight. Yes, please. Sign me up. Can we do it right now? Yes, we can. Here we go. So we do it, and I'm so excited. It didn't work. Right back, you guys. Spiraled right back. Are you freaking kidding me? I was like, okay, I'm going to go back. So I go back, and they're like, yeah, sometimes it doesn't take the first time. Sometimes we have to do it again. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. I was so excited. I was like, well, you know what? It's going to work. This time it's going to take. I know it. It's going to do it. I have commanded it so. It didn't work. I didn't command it so. I really thought, too, deep down, I was like, I'm going to be wearing these cute open-toed shoes. Because the toenails, when they curled in, you could see it on the side. And you could, no, it was ugly. So I didn't want to show off my toenails. Ever. Anyway, so I go back in. They're like, okay, 3rd time's the charm. Do you guys even need me to tell you that it wasn't? Like, it kept spiraling. And I'm asking him, like, is this normal? You're going to hear this a lot. I'm going to tell you guys this a lot. Doctors tell me, no, what you're experiencing is not normal. I am not in the normal realm. And that's okay. Again, I'm not embarrassed by it. Maybe we'll learn something. Maybe I'll make you laugh. Maybe you guys can relate. Whatever. I just hope I have a listener that's at least laughing and enjoying this. So yeah, you'll never see my feet. I went back in the 3rd time and I got my toenails removed. Best thing I ever did. Best thing ever. So on my next episode, I will let you guys in on a few more of my little secrets and some more of my messy life. Thank you again for being here with my episode, my very first episode of My Messy Life. And I hope you guys come back for episode 2. I will see you then. Thanks.